to another day of Vlogmas. I'm joined again by Bella. So today I am going through my top 10 Christmas movies. So last year I decided that I was going to watch a different Christmas movie every night throughout in the lead up to Christmas, just for fun really. This year obviously I decided to take it easy. I'm filming a video every day. Anyway, of the 24 movies that I watched, I thought I would share my top 10 plus like 3 special mentions. So I have got them here. I'm going to probably make an absolute state of trying to tell you what those films are about because I'm not very good at that. But let's go through my top 10 Christmas movies. So we'll start in at number 10. I have got The Grinch, or How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So this is the Jim Carrey version, which I really like, okay? I like it. I think it's got some fantastic like quotes in it. I think it is funny. I think it is also like entertaining for all ages. It's not just entertaining for kids, or it's also entertaining as an adult as well. So in The Grinch, we follow the Grinch who hates Christmas. He lives above a town who love Christmas. I don't remember what the town's called, possibly Christmas Town, but I don't know if it is actually called that. And he decides to steal Christmas off them. So he steals all the presents, he steals all the trees. And obviously everyone is very upset. There is a young girl who then decides to actually go and like speak to the Grinch and like befriends him, and they save Christmas. It's a Dr. Seuss story. I feel like everybody knows the story a lot better than I just described it then. But it is super, super cute. I did really enjoy it. On my rating system, which was like out of 5 Santas, so I rated them out of like enjoyability, quotability, did it make me laugh or did it make me cry? And I'll be honest, my ratings kind of like got more and more erratic as the month went on, when I got more and more exhausted of watching Christmas movies. But I gave The Grinch 3.5 Santas. I liked it, it was really cute, it wasn't mind-blowing. In at number 9, we have The Holiday. Yes, I know, I expect people thought this one would be higher. So The Holiday follows, I can't remember anyone's names, our British main character, whose I think his name is like a flower, played by Kate Winslet anyway, and our American main character, who is played by Cameron Diaz. And they both, in the lead up to Christmas, Cameron Diaz's character splits up with her boyfriend. Kate Winslet's character realises that the guy that she is like madly in love with is not in love with her and is in fact getting engaged to someone else. And the two of them decide to swap houses. So for a couple of weeks over Christmas, they basically do like a life swap. So Kate Winslet's character flies out to LA and is there in this like, you know, it's LA, it's warm. She's in a huge mansion. There's a private pool. It's fantastic. She's in the middle of Hollywood. Cameron Diaz's character flies out to, this is where it always annoys me, flies out to London and is in a very small snowy cottage that is about like 20 miles away from the nearest village, while also being in commutable distance to London. But you know, it's a Christmas movie, we ignore that. There is then like 2 kind of strands of love stories. Both of the characters are showing like a load of character development. They both, you know, grow and discover that, you know, so like Kate Winslet's character meets this old guy who lives next door, realises that he was like huge in Hollywood back in the day and like does this whole celebration for him. Cameron Diaz's character falls in love with this guy and it's all very, very romantic. It's a super, super cute movie. I do watch it every year. I do really enjoy this movie. I think it's fantastic. In terms of my ratings, what did I give The Holiday? I gave The Holiday 4 Santas, 4 out of 5 Santas. So again, like really good rating. I just felt like there wasn't really anything that I was like, yeah, quote that everybody's going to recognise. I'm talking about The Holiday. It would have made me laugh or cry, but I'd seen it about like 50 times already. So, you know, the kind of excitement had slightly worn off. And yeah, enjoyment, I did really, really enjoy it. So The Holiday, great movie, watch it. At number 8, controversial one here, Elf. I love Elf. I think it's a fantastic movie. I really enjoy it. So Elf stars Will Ferrell, who is Buddy the Elf. He has grown up at the North Pole until he is told that actually he is not an elf, he is a human, and he decides to go back to America, he goes back to New York to find his real father. And then just chaos ensues. So he finds his father, he moves in with the family. He still thinks he's an elf. He gets a job in a department store as an elf and ends up basically causing a lot of problems because he sees, someone being Santa and he's like, oh, you're not Santa. But I really like it. It's funny. There are so many quotes that it's elf. Which I just think is the mark of a fantastic movie. It makes me laugh. I think it is a classic. I am well aware that not everybody can an elf, so I gave this one 4 Santas. At number 7, it is The Muppets Christmas Carol. So I should just caveat this one. The Muppets scare me. I do not enjoy the Muppets. So yeah, there is that. But what I really liked about this one was, again, it was funny. It was, there was so much. I was like, this is brilliant. I liked that actually it stuck quite a lot to the traditional story of the Christmas Carol. I really liked Michael Caine in it. So Michael Caine basically, even though he is the only human in the whole film, he acts in such a way that he's not treating the Muppets differently. I just think it's fantastic. Yeah, I can't remember any intricacies of it because this was the first time I'd ever seen the Muppets Christmas Carol because I don't like the Muppets, but I gave it 4 Santas. At number 6, Nativity. So if you have not seen Nativity, because you look at the trailer and you look at the poster and you think that looks shit, which is my thought as well, go and watch it. It is amazing. So Nativity is basically about a school play, a school nativity. So we have got Martin Freeman's character, who he is a teacher and he is in charge of putting together the school play. His rival teacher from another school is also in charge of putting together his school play, and there's some sort of competition between the two to have the best play. So Martin Freeman's character ends up trying to enlist this, I think she's a Hollywood filmmaker, to come and film his school play. They go all out. It's just, I feel like this is very, very British. I do feel like if you are not from the UK and you didn't grow up with nativity plays at school, you might not get this. But I am, and I did. And what I really loved about it is how, in my opinion, how realistic it was. So I remember I think I'd have been in year 3 or year 4, so I'd have been 7 or 8. And our nativity, we always had the actual nativity, but our main school play at Christmas was The Tempest. I played Ariel. It meant I could be off stage with a microphone. Fab, happy with that. So, and honestly, that is how ridiculous and over the top school plays and nativities will be in some primary schools in the UK. And yeah, I loved it. I remember we also, when I think I'd have been in reception, I'd have been maybe 5, and we did Sleeping Beauty. I was the Green Fairy. But this is what I loved with the nativity. It brought back all of those feelings and memories of the Christmas plays that I did in school as a small child, and just the absolute chaos. The fact that, without exaggeration, for at least a month of the year, the curriculum is out the window. We are practicing this song. We did a school play where we had to learn loads of Beatles songs. I can still probably sing and play Beatles songs on the piano just by memory because I learnt so many of them at about age 9 because of a nativity play. And yeah, I love Nativity. I think it is fantastic. Just go and watch it. I gave it 4 Santas. Next, at number 5, we have got The Holidate. Holidate I really enjoyed. Okay, this was kind of my classic type of Christmas movie. Yeah, Holiday basically was my kind of Christmas movie. It was pretty much the kind of romance that I want to read. It was a kind of perfect rom-com that I just like to watch. So we follow our main character, who is always single. At Christmas, she is sat on the kids' table, even though she's in her 20s, because she does not have a partner. Then we've got a male main character who is Australian and very sexy. That's just a side note. And he also has just broken up with his girlfriend and is now like, well, what do I do here? They meet at New Year's and they decide that, or I don't think they do meet at New Year's. I think they meet between Christmas and New Year's. And they decide that they are going to be each other's like platonic dates for New Year's. So off they go to New Year's party. They've each got a date, fab, fantastic, but yet they're like, it's fine, like there's no pressure here. They then decide this is a good deal and they carry this on throughout the year. So through the movie, we see them basically be each other's dates to every holiday. So Valentine's Day, they're like, don't need to worry about having a date for Valentine's Day. I've got my fit Australian mate. You know, you've got Easter, you've got 4th of July. Is there another one? It's Labour Day, I think. I don't know when that is or what that is. Halloween, Thanksgiving, all of these holidays until it leads up to Christmas again, when of course it's a romance. You know, this fake dating is going to turn into real dating eventually. We all know it. Okay, it's a romance, it's not a spoiler. And I just loved it. I thought that the concept was brilliant. I thought that it was done in a way that was funny without being like cheesy. Like I said, it was basically the romance books that I like to read, kind of friends to lovers, fake dating, but for a reason, and just fantastic. I gave it 4.5 Santas. Next, at number 4, we have A Boy Called Christmas. So this is a version of the Matt Haig book, A Boy Called Christmas. And I'll be totally honest, can't really remember what it was about, but I did really like it. Okay, so A Boy Called Christmas is super cute. We follow a boy who lives in like the snowy north. He sets out to find his father, who had gone on a quest before to find the fabled village where the elves live. And there's a reindeer and a mouse. Not 100% clear on the plot here, but I really enjoyed it. I think, from memory, I think this one made me cry absolute buckets. I just remember really enjoying it. Like I said, it was the first time I'd ever seen it, and I think this one, by the looks of it, was on about, I watched it about the 20th of December, by which point my brain was Christmas movied out and I was struggling to, you know what was what. But I gave this one 5 Santas. I loved it. At number 3 on my top Christmas movies, it's Home Alone. It's gotta be. This was, shockingly, the first time I'd ever actually seen Home Alone. Even as a child of the 90s, I'd never seen Home Alone, but I really enjoyed it. So Home Alone follows Kevin. He has been left behind by his family as they went off on holiday to either London or Paris, I don't know, they went to somewhere in Europe. He's been forgotten about and he's there in the house by himself. There are these 2 people who are trying to like rob all of these big houses while all of the families are, you know, off on their holidays. And Kevin realises and sets up all of these traps and stuff to try to foil these bad guys. It's hilarious. Again, quotability 10/10. It did make me laugh, it did make me tear up, and I really, really enjoyed it. I do feel with Home Alone that if you either need to have grown up watching Home Alone, or you need to be like me, of like a certain age where it's nostalgic even though you don't never watched it as a kid. You know, growing up through the 90s, it gave me the nostalgia of 90s movies, 90s shows, 90s life. I feel like if you are, you know, a Gen Xer and you're, you know, in your 20s and you watch Home Alone for the first time, you're probably going to be like, what is this? But I would still recommend watching it because I did really like it. Again, gave it 5 Santas. In at number 2, it's Love Actually. I don't really think that Love Actually has a plot, because we follow about 8 or 10 different couples or characters who all are just finding love at Christmas. So you've got couples who are newly married. So you've got Keira Knightley's couple, like storyline where she has just got married, and, you know, newlywed love. You've got couples who have been married for years, so Alan Rickman and Emma Thompson's storyline, where he is potentially cheating on her. We don't really know. All we know is that he bought someone else a present. You've got things like the workplace romance with Hugh Grant and Martine McCutcheon. Hugh Grant is the Prime Minister. That's possibly my favourite of the like couples. You've got Colin Firth's line where his girlfriend had cheated on him and he has gone away to Portugal to basically write a book and kind of get away from it all, and he falls in love with his housekeeper, and he jumps in a lake in a white shirt, which isn't, you know, the main reason why I like that movie or anything. But yeah, I don't feel like there is an overarching plot of Love Actually, other than it is just about finding love. It is a product of its time. I do think you have got to be aware watching it that, you know, it is very much an early 2000s movie, and Martine McCutcheon is not the chunky one with thunder thighs. She is actually quite slim. And there are certain things where you're like, maybe not that, but, you know, I think that just the messaging of love and joyfulness is just fantastic. And again, it's the nativity at the end, okay, where someone is being the first octopus. Yes, that is a thing. I once played a squirrel in a nativity. I feel like we're going into a lot about what kind of things I played at nativity, and I probably should kind of caveat by saying I was at a very, very small village primary school. There were 12 people in my school year. So the fact that I played a squirrel possibly is more a testament to my acting skills rather than anything else. But yes, Love Actually, 5 Santas, watch it every year, it's amazing. So before I get to the number 1 spot, because we're going to do this, I have got 3 kind of honourable mentions. These all got 3.5 Santas. I really liked all of them. I will be watching them all again this year. They just didn't quite make the top 10 cut. So the first one is Love Hard. Love Hard I really enjoyed. So we follow a girl who basically flies across country to meet this guy who she's been chatting to online, and she discovers she has been catfished. And so then we have this whole storyline of she's trying to kind of like help this guy find love himself. He's promises to set her up with his mate, who is the guy that he was pretending to be. It's adorable, it's really, really cute, and I really liked it. We've got 4 Christmases, which stars Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon. So in this one, the 2 characters, so Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon, are a married couple. Each of their parents are split up, so they have got 4 parents to visit over Christmas. They don't want to go to any of them. They normally just go away on holiday and avoid Christmas altogether, but they weren't able to this year. They got, I think they had told everybody that they were like both working or something over Christmas, and they were at the airport and they got interviewed. So all of their parents saw that they were at home and they're like, oh shit, we have to go and do Christmas. I really liked it. I really liked Vince Vaughn. I really liked Reese Witherspoon. So it was the casting that I really, really enjoyed with this one. But again, fantastic film. And my third honourable mention is Bad Mums Christmas. I haven't ever seen Bad Mums not at Christmas, like a normal Bad Mums, but I really liked this one. Again, it follows, I think, 4 mums who are just kind of being normal humans with, what the hell am I going to buy my kid? Why is Christmas so expensive? And it was just fantastic. There was a lot of fun. And so, sorry about the angle change, my battery died. So, final film on this list, my number 1 top Christmas film that I watched last year, is Arthur Christmas. So Arthur Christmas is absolutely incredible. Arthur is the younger son of the current Santa, and he's super clumsy and he's just not really cut out to be Santa. However, he realizes that a girl her present has been left behind him, and he decides he is going to go and deliver this present to this child with his grandfather, Grand Santa. And just basic chaos ensues. They have to use the old sleigh powered by reindeers rather than the new one, which is powered by magic. And just it kind of shows again that the joy of Christmas. It is funny, it is enjoyable for all ages. I can't really say much more about it. I just really, really liked it. I gave it 5 Santas and I loved it. It was fantastic. So that is my top 10 plus a couple Christmas movies. Let me know what your favourite Christmas movie is. Let me know if you agree with my list. I am sure you don't, because there are some controversial ones in there. Okay, put in a new battery. New battery was also dead. I've got about 20 seconds and I'm going to try and wrap this one up really, really quickly. If you like this video, please leave me a like, subscribe down below. Let me know what your favourite Christmas movies are. Let me know what Christmas movies you are planning to watch this year, and if there are any from this list that are now on your list. I will see you tomorrow, and lots of love, and watch some Christmas movies. Mwah! Bye!